What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, but in this video we getting deep with it. There's been plenty of athletes that have spoken up to these hard actions. Some have joined demonstrations that have swept the nation. Corona-19 may have forced high-profile athletes off the field and off the court, but it surely didn't silence their voice. And there's former MVP Russell Westbrook urging people in Compton to stick together. There's San Antonio Spurs head coach Greg Popovich delivering an emotional and powerful message regarding social injustice and police brutality. The GOAT himself, Michael Jordan, has donated an eye-popping $100 million to social justice organizations in a valid bid to make a stand. There's Hall of Fame basketball player Lisa Leslie asserting black people have had enough of you destroying our very existence. And hell, even NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell has made to realize, finally, that they were wrong for not listening to the players earlier about the protest. Athletes all over the world are now speaking out and making their sentiments heard about racial injustice. But it wasn't long ago, 4 years ago, when a second-round pick quarterback tried to make a statement by kneeling on the sideline during the national anthem to protest social injustice and police brutality. Soon after, he was gone from the NFL, and he hasn't had a job since. This is Sports Plug TV, and we're taking a look at the actions of one iconic man who spurred a movement. Colin Kaepernick was a second-round draft in 2011, who began his career as a backup to Alex Smith. He then became the 49ers starter in the middle of the 2012 season after Smith suffered a concussion. He remained as a starter for that team for the rest of the season, eventually leading them to their very first Super Bowl since 1994. But, they lost to the Ravens 34-31. During the 2013 season, his first full season as a starter, Colin Kaepernick helped the 49ers reach the NFC Championship game. Over the next 3 seasons, Cap lost and won his starting job, with 49ers missing the playoffs for 3 straight years. And then it came 2016. In the 49ers' third preseason game on August 26, 2016, Cap took a knee during the anthem as a protest to racial injustice, police brutality, and systematic oppression in the U.S. Cap's actions soon began drawing him headlines, and they started condemning him for dishonoring the flag. There were others that applauded his motives. And then, of course, he explained that what he was doing was for those who didn't have a voice and wanted change. Kaepernick's act of protest was so profound that even U.S. President Barack Obama defended him. With the debate between patriotism and what Cap was kneeling for, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell went on saying he doesn't necessarily agree with what Kaepernick is doing, but supports players who seek changes in society. Goodell explained that NFL players have a visible platform for their opinions. However, with that privilege comes the responsibility to use those platforms the right way. Goodell stated, "We have to choose respectful ways of doing that so we can achieve the outcomes we ultimately want, with the values and ideals that make our country great," said Goodell, whose late father, Charles, was a U.S. Senator. Another quote, "I think it's important to have respect for our country, for our flag, for the people who make our country better, for law enforcement, and for our military who are fighting for our freedoms and our ideals." On the first full day of the NFL's regular season, several players were kneeling. Kaepernick this time was joined by safety Eric Reed. This was a home game right before they played the Rams. It didn't take long for Kaepernick to get into the crosshairs of then Republican President Donald Trump. After successfully rehabbing his injured knee, Kaepernick returned as the 49ers starter in a 45-16 loss at Buffalo, but remained the starter for the rest of the season. On January 1st, 2017, Kaepernick would play his very last NFL game, 25-23 loss to the Seattle Seahawks. Man, you telling me that he's not even good enough to be a backup? Come on, man. But 2 months later, Kaepernick's stint with the 49ers came to an end as he opted out of his contract. Although a few teams showed lukewarm interest in Kaepernick, eventually he got no contracts. Them team owners are blackballing him in a group of rallies outside of NFL headquarters in Manhattan. But without Cap in the league, players still continued to knee. In fact, Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones joined his team and locked arms and knelt with his players before the anthem, but stood while it played. However, there are other stars like the one on New Orleans Saints that did not agree with such actions. On October 15, 2017, Kaepernick takes his case to court as he files a grievance against the NFL team owners, citing collusion to keep him out of the league. In April 2018, Kaepernick and his representatives deposed Goodell and a variety of NFL owners and executives, including Jones. The following month, NFL owners approve a rule banning kneeling during the anthem, with players getting the option of staying inside the locker room. And you know, Trump applauded that. However, NFL owners soon retract from the rule due to its decisiveness, as they should have. As the regular season approached again without Kaepernick, Nike makes their quarterback the focal point of its sports advertisement. Sparked by the death of George Floyd, Kaepernick offers to support the nationwide protesters. The NFL then released a statement on Floyd's death, and the ensuing protest mentions Kaepernick's demonstrations during the anthem. In a video, you see Goodell apologizing to players for not listening the first time. He encouraged them to protest peacefully and denounce racism. Brees, however, had backlash when he reiterated his stance that he will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America. Brees' remarks on the flag drew a sharp rebuke on social media across the sports world, including LA King LeBron James. Brees later apologized for the comments that he made in a series of posts on Instagram. President Trump, who appeared to not have changed his initial stance in 2017, continued to criticize Kaepernick. After Trump's comments, Brees replied back to the president saying that the black community will not be able to solve the problem on its own, and it's going to take solidarity, unity, and collaboration amongst everyone to put an end to injustice in this country. Now this is just the truth that people are seeing the reason why Cap did everything that he did. I agree with Brees in his apology about the unity and solidarity. Everybody come together. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a like, comment, subscribe if you're new, you know what I'm saying. And of course, thank you for watching.